And I ain't doing nothing, I'm doing the basics. Unplugged from the grid, unscrewed from the matrix. And we can't get a job cause the union is racist. We the ones suffering from confusion of faces. My people lost thinking we from Kemet still. And Trayvon Martin's the new Emmett Tills. And if you don't understand, no love lost. I'm just washing my hands, getting the blood off. Blood on my hands, blood on my shirt, blood on my pants. I gotta get it off by doing the work. I gotta get this blood off. All my Crips and Bloods lost. You was bought with a price. How much that blood cost? Killing the minds of my people call me a therapist. And if you can't get it, you wicked and you a heretic. Take a look at history. Europeans are terrorists. Verily it's a heresy that the Edomites are the Arabics. Now that doctrine's stupider than Lucifer falling from Jupiter. I'm surfing on the beat. Call me tubular. Never complacent maneuverer like a Uberer. They say my flow's the bomb like Saddam cause my shit is nuclear. It don't seem right at green light so they murder Jake. Cause they know we the angels that fell from my first estate. Elite see us waking up having a nervous break. Sicarii, we the reason decreasing the murder rate.
What the brother's saying is so the truth. Give me 2 Maccabees 4. What the brother's saying is the whole truth. And that's why in college that spirit is increased, because the whole college spirit is a Greek spirit. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. It comes from the Greek culture. A lot of people ran off into Greece and amalgamated into Greek culture 1,000 years ago. That's called the Hellenistic period. So somebody give me 2 Maccabees. Somebody give me 2 Maccabees 4 and 15. Somebody give me Tobit 4 and 12 to 13. Bubba, who got him? You got him coming? Well, we gonna jump the gun. We gonna jump the gun. And I need Proverbs 5. You see what I'm saying? Well, this is how we gotta do it, because we gotta understand the dynamic of what occurred to us at certain times. When we start amalgamating in with other cultures and we start looking at them as a golden standard, this is when we start doing these types of things, and this is when we see rapid deterioration within our own cultures and communities, right? Also, somebody give me Revelations 13, the image. Somebody give me the image. I need Tobit, I need Maccabees, I need Proverbs. Who got? You got Maccabees? Maccabees, Tobit, get Proverbs and Revelations. Go ahead.
Book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 14. That the priests had no courage to serve.
2 Maccabees 15.
Salah, verse 15, not setting by the honors of their father.
That's what happened. You don't set by the honors of your fathers. You want to follow what the white man deems education and academia through the collegiate system, right? So people do that, and when they do that, this is when they get caught up in the ideology. This is when you want to go move to a certain area of town. It's when you want a white picket fence. It's when you want a white woman. You see what I'm saying? This is all that comes with that spirit, right? Read on. You don't see honor like your forefathers saw honor. Getting his own woman and all of that. Getting his own house, having his own community, having his own business. We don't have any of that. You want to just be an employee for the white man and live in his neighborhood and have his woman. Read.
But liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Liking the glory of the white man best of all. Somebody also give me Corinthians, the woman is the glory of a man. You see that? Liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Like if I take a look, and if we take a look at the 90s, right? Let's take a look at the 90s. Name me some shows in the 90s. No, not Family Matters. You think it different. Saved by the Bell. Baywatch. Right? Full of the white woman. When you was a kid, they put it on TV like, oh my God. You look back, there's a bunch of flat, pale white girls on here. What was the big deal? But they pushed it into your mind. You see what I'm saying? For the white woman to be the prized possession. And they push it into our sister's mind that the white man is the prized possession on earth.
The box.
So now when we grow up now into the 2010s, now that we in now, you see our people doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's been pushed out so much. It's been pumped out so much. All right? Finish that? So like I need you to go to 17. You all right? The slow beach run. Some pale white girl somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 16. But by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them.
That's the reason why sore calamity came upon us during the Hellenistic period, and the Greeks was able to conquer us, because we began to look up to them. We begin to set them as the standard. That's the problem with our people, as it is this self-same day, right? But then you have a girl like K. Michelle who was running after the damn white man. She's with her brother now, but for a while she was running after a white man, right? Everybody knows she went and got, you know, her posterior done, so to speak, right? She got her ass done, you know, got it extra fat, right, around brothers. Then she started getting around Esau, the white man, and she said she wanted to get it undone because she feels like these white men aren't taking her seriously. You see what I'm saying? She has set the glory of the Grecians, of the white man, best of all. No, it ain't nothing more cherished in the black community than what she got behind her.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Right? But when you start to like the glory of the Grecians best of all, you start to lose yourself. You start to become somebody else. Right? So go ahead.
For they have them to be their enemies and avenger.
The same people that's killing us, read.
Whose custom they follow so earnestly.
Like me and this brother, it was cold, man. There was an Edomite walking around this brother's complex. When I'm going to pick him up, he looked just like Remy off of Higher Learning. Look, I'm talking about looking. This guy look like, what's dude Remy name off Higher Learning? Looking just like him. You go to college. You go to college. You want to be like the white man. You want to follow all his ways. Then he gets a sniper rifle, climbs to a tower, and kills your girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? And then it's funny because Tyra Banks is with the devil. I think she's pregnant by the devil right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Whose custom they follow so earnestly.
So earnestly. You go to college. You pledge a frat. You try to amalgamate into the white society, and he's killing you every day. Read.
And unto whom they desire to be like in all things.
Our people try to be like the white man in every aspect, in all things. And he is our enemy. That's stupidity. That's what the Most High is telling us in these scriptures. They said on that? Okay, let's get Tobit.
This is Tobit 4 and 12. Beware of all whoredom.
Beware of all whoredom. That's what, see, and this is powerful right here. Because this is something, even outside of brothers going after the white woman, even within our own community, we perpetuate whoredom. The strip club culture, the prostitution, the glorifying of being some type of pimp and whoremonger. Right? Of some type of player or whatever. Beware of whoredom. Read.
My son, and chiefly take a wife of thy Salah, take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
He's advising you take a wife of your own nation. You take a wife of these 12 tribes. Got enough of them. It's 2 million more of them than it is of us as men. So it's plenty to choose from. Read.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
And don't take a strange woman to wife. Don't take any of these other nations. It's not just a white woman, even though that's the primary target for our people. A lot of our men done went and got with them an Asian woman, some damn way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You even got brothers that got with a girl from Afghanistan, right? Don't mess with none of them girls. You got your own women that need you here. Why would you go and help a woman who doesn't need no help? What help does she need over there? Her culture and her people are built and they're strong and they're powerful and they got their own sovereignty, right? They got their own autonomy, but you want to leave your sister in the damn hood. Read.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Read.
For we are the children of the prophets.
We are this is important to understand. That girl is not just any girl, the same way you're not just any man. You are the children of the prophets. You have to start valuing yourself. You have to start valuing your progeny. You have to start valuing your people. You can't value yourself and you devaluing your sister over here. You can't be a prince of the power and your sister not be a princess of the power. That's impossible. If you're a prince, she's a princess. Period. Read.
It says Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
You come from Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The introductory characters in the Bible of primary importance. That's who you come from. When you understand that you value yourself, you value your people, you value your community. Read.
Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred,
Go ahead.
and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Right, go ahead. Keep on 13.
Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren.
Now it says, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren. Read.
The sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them.
When you don't take a wife of your people, you're showing that you despise your people. That's what's going on. Right? Go ahead.
For in pride is much destruction and much trouble. And in lewdness, what's that, lawlessness or in lewdness is decay and great want.
You see that? And that's what our people are, lewd as hell. Women lewd as hell. I was down in South Beach last weekend. You know what I saw? I saw a lot of lewdness. I saw lewd acts in public, right? And that's the beginning of decay. Read on.
For lewdness is the mother of famine.
That's it on that?
That's it, 13.
Okay, you got Proverbs. Go ahead. You got Corinthians? You got Revelation? Corinthians, go ahead.
I got all three. You said you go to Proverbs 5.
Proverbs 5, what is that, about 15?
What you talking about?
So like here, actually, start at 8.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 8. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house. It says, lest thou give thine honor unto others.
See that? Unless thou give thou honor unto others. This brother was talking about Tiger Woods. That's what Tiger Woods has done. He has given his honor unto others. Meaning all that money that he earned playing all them holes of golf is in a white woman's pocket. Who didn't need no money. Who was already well off. Who was already set for life. Read.
It says, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth.
See that? Strangers filled with thy wealth. A stranger, what's her damn name? Elin or something like that? Yeah, some stupid devil name. This white girl got all the Tiger's damn money, man. You see that? And 1.5 billion. And then we put it on the flip side. Halle Berry, chasing after all these devils, had a baby by the devil. The devil's cleaning her out $20,000 a month child support.
Right.
Blinding that little girl's hair, which is fine because that's a little white girl anyway. That's his child, right? But this is what happens to our people, right? And the Bible warned us not to do that. Okay, so read on.
And thy labors be in the house of a stranger.
Build an empire, and you give it to this white girl. You see, there's a meme of OJ with his first family, with his oldest son, his oldest daughter, and his first wife. And the caption on the meme simply said, moral of the story is stay home. You see what I'm saying? This brother's rotting away in a prison cell because the white man had a vendetta because he killed 2 of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody knows why OJ is in that cell. I tell him keep up the good work.
That's right.
Right? But it is what it is, right? So you see what happened if he would have just simply stayed home, he wouldn't have been in that predicament. Right? But our people want to learn the hard way. Read on. DeAndre Jordan going through a similar situation he just was going through with some white woman. You mean to tell me you get into the league, you get all this money, and you get some pale white girl? A white girl that's nothing to write home about? Are you kidding me? You got all these Instagram models they'll marry you tonight for what you getting ready to set them for life up for. And you gonna get with some super normal white girl. You're disgusting. Our people are disgusting. And you know why? It don't matter. I remember this dude from Africa. This dude was from Uganda. Told me and this brother, he's showing us the most regular looking white girls in the world and raving about how bad they are and how much better they were than any black woman. These guys are from the continent of Africa, right? I thought that was the motherland, right? See, that's the problem. White supremacy has reigned supreme in the earth. We're going to read about it in a second. Read.
Verse 11. And thou mourn at the last.
When you're going to mourn at the last. You're going to think it's good. You got the white picket fence. You got the white picket hole, right? You're going to think it's all good. At the last, you're going to mourn. When you in a cell. When you're broke. Read.
It says, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. And that goes into, especially a lot of these athletes, man, when your body starts to break down. Then guess what? You turn into a damn Charles Barkley.
That's right. Charles Barkley.
It says, verse 12.
You just hate black people. You Charles Barkley, you just hate black people, but you love that white wife. Read.
And say, how have I hated instruction and my heart despised reproof?
Why not listen to my grandmother when she told me not to get with no white girl? Why didn't I listen? You're going to say, why did my heart despise? Trust me, this is my father. But listen, this is what you read about. My father's living this every day. That's right. White girl took him for every damn thing. But took this nigga from a 5-bedroom home to a 2-bedroom apartment. This man ain't living in an apartment since I was 3 years old. I'm 26. That's 23 years he ain't lived in an apartment. He's back in an apartment from a house behind a white girl, getting him for all he got. So I know. I seen it firsthand. Read.
And have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to hear them.
All our elder parents told us not to do this. And we go and do it anyway. And then what happens? Read.
That instructed me, I was also in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly.
Let's go to where we at. 15 Salakia. Then it's something which that's 6 Salakia. Get 19. Skip to 19 from me.
Verse 19. Let her be as the loving hind.
You see, let her be as a loving hind. Let who be as a loving? Let your own woman be as a loving hind. Read.
It says, and pleasant roe.
And a pleasant roe. Read on.
Let her breast satisfy thee at all times.
Read. Go ahead.
And be thou ravished always with her love.
You're supposed to get you a woman of your nature, and you're supposed to be into that woman, man. That's what the Bible says. You're supposed to be into that girl, right? But see, that's the problem. We trying to go and be into and ravish with the love of some strange woman, right? And all, mind you, this is all in proper content. You're not just into just every girl. You see what I'm saying? After you try a woman and you find a woman worthy of being with you, then you get with her and you get ravished with her love. Who got from you Revelations? You got Revelation, you got Corinthians. Go ahead. The image. He made an image into the beast. 14.
This is Revelations 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
The white man has deceived them that dwelled on the earth. Right? Read.
By the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Meaning he had power to do miracles, certain things that he did, certain technological advances, the atom bomb, nukes, things like this. These were things that were miraculous and have never been done before on the planet Earth. So through the power and influence he had from those abilities, he's able to perpetuate and propagate certain lies, and people will have more willingness to receive it and accept them as truths because of the great miracles that he saw this white man do. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast.
They made an image to the beast. And when you deal with the term image in the Greek, it deals with icon. When you deal with an icon, it means a golden standard. They have created a golden standard for this beast system. The white man's system has a golden standard. The golden standard is blue eyes and blonde hair and pale skin. That's the golden standard. So the closer you are to the golden standard, the more preferential treatment you get in the societies that they've constructed. Right? Read.
Which had the wound by a sword and did live.
What does that mean? It had a wound by a sword and did live. The Roman Empire fell, but it rose back up through the Western powers that we see today. Read. That's why everything, you go to court right now. You know what everything is going to be in that court? Latin. Go to college. What's everything going to be in? Latin. Why? Anybody know why? Where they speak Latin at? Rome. They ain't speak Latin since Rome. So why they speaking Latin in America? Why is Latin on your dollar bill? E pluribus unum or whatever it says? Because you're in Rome. Rome is back. And it's expanding to America. Read.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
He gave life. He created a doctrine. That doctrine is called white supremacy. That philosophy is called white supremacy. Right. He had power to give it life to it and make it real and enforce it and systematically impose it upon the whole world. Read.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
You see that? They came to America with the image. Starting with Caesar Borgia, this white boy right here. It starts with him, but it's bigger than him. Right. Because you ain't got to believe in this sweet Jesus to be conformed to white supremacy. You simply don't have to. There's plenty of atheists that believe in, that are totally conformed to white supremacy. And they got nothing to do with this picture right here anymore. But it started with him. And when it started with him, he brought that to the Americans and said, if you don't bow down and reverence this white man as your Lord and Savior, you're dead. And all the Aztecs and all the Mayans and all the natives, of all North, Central, and South America. If they didn't accept that, they were put to death. Those that were left over were ones that accepted that. Right? So read.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And that's what's coming. That's it on that. That's what's coming. Which is what? The RFID chip that they're getting ready to implement. That they got it in your debit card now. You don't even swipe your debit card no more. Now they done siphoned you over to sticking the chip in. All right? Eventually they're going to try to put that into you. All right? You got Corinthians? Or go ahead.
If I can add, man, they even said that the chip transaction is a better transaction. It's more immediate. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you swipe, it might take a few minutes, a couple hours, maybe in a couple of days to show up on your bank statement. But the chip is supposed to be direct, automatic, almost as if you're paying with cash, and the automatic deduction. Right. So you know what I mean? They pushing that too. You know, you go in there and you done bought something 2 days ago, and you look at your account and it still ain't deducted it, so you think you can still swipe. Next thing you know, you negative $200.
Right.
And why? How is it that the chip is instant but the swipe isn't? It's by design for you to buy into it. Ain't no reason why the technology is different. What's the difference here? They're both sending a signal to a computer somewhere to let you know that debits are being deducted out of your account. So what's the big deal here? It's on purpose. Go ahead.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the man.
The woman is the glory of the man. So going back to what we read in 2 Maccabees 4:15, it said we liken the glory of the Grecians best of all. The ultimate likening to the glory of the Grecians is preferring his woman. Because the glory of a man is his woman. The glory of every nation are their women. Right? So if you prefer the white woman, you like the glory of the Grecians best of all. Right. You have sat beside the glory of your forefathers, and you prefer the white man's glory. And that's a sick psychological issue that one may have. And a lot of brothers have it. A lot of brothers have it because of what this society has done to you through forcing white supremacy into your mind. But this is why we come out here and read the scriptures, to deprogram you from this psyop that the white man has been running on us for the last 500 years. You see? That's what it's about, by some of my Yahweh.